Hey guys, how's it going? So 3 months ago, I started this thing called the Virtual Throwdown, which basically is an online competition where anyone can compete, right? So it doesn't matter where you live, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter what your skill level is. If you have a camera and internet access, you can compete. So the basic premise behind the idea is that because anyone can compete, more people can start to, knock down geographical barriers, knock down, the finances and the expenses of competing and come together and compete. And players can compete against each other monthly. And with the more competition experience they get from these competitions, they'll be better for when they do eventually go to an established organized competition. I haven't really made a video detailing exactly how to enter this competition, so that's what I thought I'd do today. So entering the Virtual Throwdown is very, very easy. So the first step is recording a 2-minute freestyle of you yo-yoing, using your best tricks synchronized to the music as possible. Basically, what you're doing is you're sending in a competition-worthy freestyle. Then what you do is you upload that to YouTube, okay? Now you can upload it to unlisted, which means nobody can see it except the person you send the link to, or you can upload it to public. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's on YouTube, we should be able to see it. And while it's on there, you should title your video accordingly with the month first, VTD, year, and your name. So, for example, if I was to compete, it would be November, VTD, 2015, Brandon Vu, okay? That just allows us to re-upload the videos a lot faster so you guys can get your scores as fast as possible. After you've done that, get the link to your video and email it to thevirtualthrowdown@gmail.com. Once you upload it there, you'll be put into the heat for the month and you can then compete against any of the players competing in that designated month. A very common question I get a lot is, has the deadline hit already? When can I submit my entries? When are you still accepting entries? And this is how it works, okay? It's designed to be very, very simple so people don't get off-putted by the whole idea of deadlines and things like that. Entries can be accepted throughout the entire month until the very end of the month, okay? Now, if you happen to miss out on that deadline, okay, don't worry, you just get put into the next month where you're gonna be up against a different set of competitors. Alright, to make sure that you want to compete, let's say it's November and you want to compete in November, send in the entry before the beginning of December, okay? That way you'll be competing against anyone who sent their entry in November and it should be sweet. And the final question I usually get asked is, what do I get out of this competition? Controlled and sanctioned live competitions usually give out prize money, some of them give out prize packs, but they also require entry fees, they also require travel fees, and they, depending on where you live, they might also require accommodation for you to go there for the couple of days to compete. Okay? The Virtual Throwdown is a very, very minimalistic and kind of independently, by independently I mean me and Wayne, kind of organized. So basically there's no prize money, there's no entry fee, there's no seeds and national rankings to be won, and there's no seeds and national rankings to compete. Okay, you can compete if you just if you just learn how to walk the dog or you've been winning competitions for 6 or 7 years. It doesn't really matter. What the purpose of this competition is designed to do is it's allowed beginner players to hone their skills in a very safe, free, cheap environment, and it allows established players to test out their new tricks in an environment that's probably not as competitive but has less consequences if they fail. So the Virtual Throwdown has been going for 3 months. I'm really overwhelmed with the amount of people who've been competing. When I first started this thing, I was expecting, maybe 3, 4, 5 people to compete each month, but it's grown to about 15 to 20 people each month, which, to put that into perspective, is more than the Australian National Yo-Yo Competition. So, if you guys want to start competing, follow the steps in this book, and I will see you guys soon, alright? If you guys want to put in an entry for the November Virtual Throwdown, you have until the 30th of November, so you've still got a couple of days, quite a lot of days. Anyway, I hope this really clears out any of the confusion and anything like that. If you want a detailed look at the rules, you can go check out that video and check out the description. That's some of the rules. There's a few rule updates as well. I just made a video on that. You can check that out there. Pretty much, that's that. If you want to compete in the Virtual Throwdown, watch this video. You should get the general gist of it. Alright? Thanks guys. See you guys next time.